Hi everyone, my name is Alejandro Santiago, Membership Manager at the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and today, in collaboration with LIUNA Local 110, a union of construction workers, are bringing you today a conversation about the 2020 census. We're doing this partnership because we consider the census one of the most important tools you can use to shape your future and community. You see, the census is in our Constitution, and since 1790, every 10 years, people living throughout the United States gets counted. The census matters because it returns the power to us via distribution of money and representation in Congress. Regarding distribution of funds, the federal government every year distributes $1.5 trillion each year to state and local governments to ensure the funding and existence of schools, hospitals, streets, bridges, school breakfast programs, adoption assistance, adult education, Indian housing, senior housing, and many other things. So let's put it this way. Let's say a family of four this year didn't answer the census, two parents and two newborn children. Then, as years pass, those kids go to school, but that school receives funding based on the population data gathered by the census. So when the school receives the money, it is like those kids do not exist for the next 10 years. The funding that will be there for teachers, food programs, or extracurricular activities, and many other resources is not there. For every person now counted in Missouri, the state will lose an estimate of $1,300 for the next 10 years. Your community is entitled to that money just because of the simple fact that you live here. The other reason I mentioned early was about Congress. There are 435 seats in Congress, and each state gets an amount of congressmen and congresswomen in relation to the people living in the state. For example, California right now has 53 representatives, which means that California and its population have more representation and more power in Congress. In 2013, Missouri lost a seat as a direct result of the 2010 census. We went from 9 representatives to 8 representatives. And this time, if we're not counted, our power and representation will be even less. And our needs and priorities in Missouri will be reduced for not responding to the census. So it is in our best interest to remain represented in Congress, as this is the place where bills come to life to change our way of life for better or worse. Laws like Obamacare, the Civil Rights Act, environmental laws, etc., they all start there. So who should answer the census? And the answer is everyone, everybody. Every single person living in the United States has to answer the census, no matter if you are here on a DACA status or without papers or with a green card. It doesn't matter. You are here and you have to be counted. So another important piece of information before I jump on how to answer the census is that the information you give to the census is confidential and protected by law. So the census cannot release any identifiable information about you or your home or your business, even to law enforcement agencies. These answers you provide are used only to produce statistics, so you're kept anonymous. The Census Bureau is not permitted to publicly release your responses in any way that could identify you or anyone else in your home. So, how do you answer the census? It is very easy, and you received via mail your census questionnaire. And if you didn't, you can go to census2020.gov to complete your census online, or you can give them a phone call and then you can answer the census via phone call. Even if you didn't receive your questionnaire via mail, you can still answer the census. And the census has 9 questions, and I will walk you through those right now. So you received this via mail. This is what the questionnaire looks like. It is blue and it has also black in the questionnaire. So it will have 8 pages, and then you will be able to count up to 10 people living in your household. If you have more than 10, you can give the census a phone call or you can answer it online, and then you will be able to populate more people. So there are 9 questions in the census. you will first start in the first page, and it will ask you how many people live in your household on April 1st, and then you will put the number of people here. You will be asked too any additional people that were in your household, whether they are your roommates or your babysitter lives with you, or you have any newborn baby or any cousin or in-laws or anybody that is paying rent or anybody that's living with you has to be counted. So make sure to also mark number two. Number three will ask you if the house that you're living, the household that you're living, or it can be an apartment, or it could be a mobile home, whatever it is, you're renting it or you own it, or if you owned this house free and clear without any mortgage or loan. So the number four will ask you your phone number, and then you will go to number five, which will be page number two, and this will be asking you your name. Number six will ask you for your sex. Number seven will ask for your how many years you were as of April 1st, and then the day of birth. Your number eight will be if you're of Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin. You will ask which one represents you, and then number nine will be your race. So those are the 9 questions that you will be answering via this questionnaire. And then once you're done, you will have an postage paid envelope that you can put this questionnaire inside and then just return it and ready for you to have your answers sent back. If you're doing it online, you will be answering the same questions as the ones that I just mentioned. Remember, if you have any questions on how to answer the census has a website that is translated to 59 languages, and you will be able to find any resource or any answer to any question that you have there. And the website is 2020census.gov. So I ask you that you check with 3 of your friends or any family member or co-workers and ask them if they have answered the census, and help them in any way if they ask for it, and let them know why answering the census is important. We have until September 30 of this year to get counted. So thank you so much for your time and have a good day.